Hello, lovely yogi friend. I'm Sheila, and I am absolutely over the moon that you are here for this practice with me. We're going to be moving through a few rounds of Surya Namaskar for this practice, level 2. And again, Ahimsa, which is really the foundation of our practice, is how can we be kinder to ourselves, at all times, not just when we're on our mats, but at all times. And what is what are the thoughts that are taking up space in our mind, and do they serve us, or should we be changing them? Can we change them? Can we improve them? Can we be nicer to ourselves? So during your practice, just check in and notice what arises. And this idea of a samskara, we get into patterns of thoughts in our mind. And when we come to our practice, this is an opportunity to kind of interrupt patterns that don't serve us. So are we being as kind as we possibly can to ourselves? So let's get moving. We're going to sit in a nice comfy cross-legged position. So if you're sitting on something, maybe that might be nice. That might be the way of being kind to your body in this moment. And we'll start by creating a little bit of movement for our spine before we get into those sun salutations. So take a nice deep breath in, a nice long smooth breath out. You might like to close your eyes, inhaling and exhaling. Lovely. One more inhale and exhale. Nice. So let's take our arms behind us, interlinking our fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together. It's like we're massaging the heart when we do these moves with our shoulders, and then taking your arms in front, rounding your back. So we're going to have the arms out in front of us at shoulder height, chin in towards the chest, breathing into the back of that heart space, and then coming back up. Taking your right hand out to the side, left arm reaches up and over by your ear, and inhaling, we come up, exhaling the other way. Nice. Inhaling, we come back up to the center, taking our arms behind us, interlinking our fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then release, taking your arms in front, rounding your back, chin in towards the chest, and then release, coming back up, taking your right hand out to the side, left arm reaches up and over, and then inhaling, coming back up, exhaling the other side. Nice. Coming back to the center, let's come onto all fours into our sahaja movement, our spontaneous movement, moving side to side, making circles, moving your head, releasing any tension in and around your neck. Nice. Lovely. And then coming back to the center, and we're going to just create that little arch in the back. So belly comes down, chest lifts, chin lifts. And with that, we're going to tuck our toes and press back into downward facing dog, keeping that kind of arch in the back. And then bending one knee, straightening the other leg. And then coming back to the center, encouraging the body through the arms. A little movement of your chin from side to side. Of course, you're going to always keep the knees bent. There isn't a need to straighten the legs always. So checking in with your hamstrings, the backs of your legs. Nice. And then begin to walk your feet up the mat, taking your feet behind your hands, hanging down over your legs. And And taking hold of your forearms and a little sway from side to side. Lovely. Taking your hands to the earth, and as we inhale, we're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms are heavy, head is heavy, smooth and steady. And then when you get to the top, rolling your shoulders back and down a few times. So what have we encountered already along the way? How is everything feeling? You know, and we kind of want to move away from what this looks like on the outside to how it feels on the inside. Lovely. And then coming back to the center, and we'll step our feet to the top of the mat, big toes touching, spreading our toes nice and wide. Our toes love that, over and over and over again. And then coming up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels ever so slightly off the floor. And you might feel a little buoyancy, a little strength in the legs. We have to really kind of switch on the power in the legs. Very good for the ankles. And then lower the heels back down again. Nice. And then as we inhale, lifting the arms, reaching up towards the sky. Exhaling, folding over, hands to the earth, chin to the chest. Inhaling, right foot back, knee comes down, bringing your left hand to your left knee, right arm reaches up towards the sky. And then taking your hands to the earth, tucking your toes, left foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels, tidal pull. Lovely. We're going to sit back on our heels, very good for the knees. Take our arms out to the side, right arm underneath the left, spin the arms lifting, so really broadening across the back of the shoulders, and then a little movement of your chin from side to side here. Lovely. Releasing your arms, taking your arms behind you, interlinking your fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then coming forward with your head, let the top of your head come down. Now it might be nicer to have your toes tucked here and lifting those arms up and away from your back. And then release, coming back up to sit. Lovely. Taking your hands forward, tucking your toes, hips up nice and high, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right foot forward between the hands. Left knee comes down, right hand to your knee, left arm reaches up towards the sky. And then taking your hands to the earth, tucking your toes, stepping the left foot forward, folding over. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, folding over again. Inhaling, left foot back. Knee comes down. Right hand to your knee. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Taking your hands to the earth, tucking your toes, right foot back. Plank pose. So noticing how that feels for your shoulders and your arms and your wrists. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels. And then we're going to sit back on our heels. Arms out to the side, left arm underneath the right, lifting the elbows. And again, a little movement of your head from side to side here, unraveling any tension. You might even like to make circles with your nose. What is possible? What feels good for your neck, this particular part of your body? How does it feel for your knees? Nice. And then release, coming back to the center. We're going to take our arms behind us, interlinking our fingers, squeezing those shoulder blades together, lifting the arms, and then coming forward again. So the crown of the head comes down onto the ground. Tucking your toes just gives you a little extra stability. Let the arms come away from your back. and then release. So untucking your toes, sitting back on your heels, unraveling, taking your hands forward, hips up nice and high, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left foot forward between the hands, right knee comes down, left hand onto your knee, right arm reaches up towards the sky, and then taking your hands to the earth, stepping the right foot forward, folding over your legs, inhaling, rising, exhaling, hands come down through the center of the body. We mark the end of our first round, ready for the second round now. So we're going to come up again onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, strong through the legs. See if it feels any different this time. And then releasing the heels back down nice and slowly. As we inhale, lifting the arms, reaching up, exhaling, folding over. Inhaling, right foot back. High lunge now, pressing down through the feet, lifting both arms up towards the sky, bending into that front knee, strong right leg, and then taking your hands to the earth, stepping the left foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels. Rounding into your back now, this whole way now. Hips come forward, chest lifts, chin lifts. And we're going to come down, come into a little baby cobra. So no hands, squeezing. I'm trying to glue the tops of the feet to the earth, and the knees might lift. Squeeze all of the muscles along the back of the body, squeezing the glutes, and then release. We're going to do that again. Inhaling, lifting, pressing the feet down, breathing, and smiling. And exhale down. Nice. One more time. Always good to do things in threes. Inhaling, squeezing all the muscles nice and tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Lovely. Okay, so tucking your toes, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right foot forward between the hands. We're going to come round to the left. So tucking the right toes in, bending the left knee, straightening the right leg. Bending your right knee, straightening the left leg. Coming round over your right foot, stepping the left foot forward, folding over. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, folding over. Inhaling, left foot back. So we're coming into our high lunge, strong and firm through the legs, lifting the arms. Nice. And then taking your hands to the earth, stepping the right foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels, tidal pull. Rounding into your back, hips come forward, chest lifts, chin lifts. And we'll come down again, coming into Shalabhasana. So the arms are by the side. We're lifting the arms, lifting the legs. Slightly different to Cobra. Nice. And then release. But now you know we're going to do it 3 times. So just a little movement of the hips if you need to. And then again, inhaling, squeezing all the muscles, lifting the body, lifting the heart. It's like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your fingertips and your toes. And then release. Lovely. One more time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Release. Hands come underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes, pressing back. Downward facing dog. As we inhale, we step the left foot forward between the hands. And we come round to the right. And this time we're going to keep the legs nice and straight and fold down through the middle, folding over your legs, hands around your ankles, Or you might like to take your arms back behind you, interlinking your fingers and drawing the arms away from your back. As long as you feel steady through your feet, keeping your mind's eye down in your feet at all times. Even though we're kind of checking in with our legs and our hips and our heart. All the strength coming up through the soles of the feet into the body. And then releasing your hands to the earth, coming up with a nice flat back, coming round over your left foot, stepping the right foot forward, folding over your legs, inhaling, rising, coming all the way up. Exhaling, hands come down through the center of the body. Now, one more time, we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, lifting, 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 taking your time, feeling the effort, feeling the ease, and then lowering the heels back down, nice and slowly. Coming back into mountain pose for a moment, so try to keep the feet exactly where they are. Closing your eyes. And even though this takes effort here in the legs to stay up straight when we have our eyes closed, try to release and relax into it as well at the same time. Lovely. And then from here we're going to come to sit in our Sukhasana, our cross-legged shape. So again, if you need to sit on something and lift those hips a little higher than your knees, that is a really beautiful act of kindness to your body. So we don't want to make it that we're struggling. And our practice is this beautiful opportunity to have a few moments to sit quietly. This is what our practice is for, this moment. To allow ourselves to be, breathed, to be present, and to be kind. Lovely. And we'll close our practice now by drawing our hands in front of our hearts as we bow in gratitude and thanks to our bodies, our breath, our minds, our hearts, and our opportunity to tap into that love and gratitude for ourselves. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope it feels good. I hope you feel good. I hope you can feel my love. And I hope to see you again very soon. Namaste.